Hello and welcome to another video. My name is James Cooper. This is a video channel on YouTube called Raw and Uncut, and we are talking about the review of the flight reviewers. Now, for the last couple of weeks I have done a poll, and many thanks for the people who made the effort to actually say who their best flight reviewer is. The first one I did, it was Josh who got there. And for the second week in a row, he got 50%. So Josh is still number one. This is followed by a channel I do actually like related to flight reviews, because there's four guys who would go in economy, premium economy, business, first, sometimes the suites, etc. And they are called the Points Guy, and they came in at 21%. So well done to you. I like the channel because they cover every single aspect of the journey, which one person would have a lot of work to do. So well done to them. The next one was Simply Aviation. This is a young guy who seems to travel around quite a lot and would go to different destinations, etc. The same as anything else, but he got 21. And at the bottom, I'm afraid, was Dan, Non-Stop Dan at 7%, and Paul Lucas, Winging It. Now, here are some ideas that I came up with, which I would love the flight reviewers to do. I don't really care which class. As I mentioned before, I have travelled constantly all my life. I'm now 51, I'm retired, and yes, I started my life off in economy, then at the end of working for the very big companies, I got up to business and first class and the suites, etc, etc. So, what I would like to see on this channel is some different diverse things, instead of doing like the major routes all the time and showing off the business class. It is basically all the same. I'm repeating myself. Some flights, in like a example, have an exclusive week of backpacking flights in one particular area. For example, I live in Southeast Asia, so why not have some flights, for example, from Jakarta to Cebu in the Philippines, Phuket to Chiang Mai, Siem Reap in Cambodia to Macau in China, Siem Reap to Laos, or Laos, whatever you like to call it, or Laos to Hanoi. Wouldn't that be great to see some of these airlines? A lot of them, they don't really have the business and first class, they just have one class, and the idea is it's a short haul flight from A to B. These should be great to review, and I'm sure the flight reviewers are going to get a wider audience because they're going to see the backpackers. The demographics at the moment on these flight reviewers are, I would say, for people from about 30 to 50. But you could increase it by 30%, for example, if you get the 20 to 30-year-old audience. And these are the people who are going to go backpacking around Asia or in Europe or in South America. And they want the cheapest flight available. And these, what I think you should review. I think your audience could expand by 30%. Imagine doing flights around South America. Excuse me, but all the flights around. So you could go to like Rio de Janeiro to Buenos Aires up to, I don't know, La Paz, etc, etc. It doesn't, but to have that kind of week of backpacking special or economy special. I know Non-Stop Dan, he did an economy class week, but if you relate it to backpackers, and a lot of them do go to Southeast Asia, that would be a prime target, and the cost for you would be pretty low. The other one to do, because you're going to be in one particular region, from the Philippines all the way to, let's say, Myanmar or Thailand, for example, or Burma, then some of the airlines which I haven't seen, I haven't watched all your videos, but airlines like Cebu Pacific, there's one. It used to be a really good airline in my opinion, and 97% of the time they used to be there on time, but now I think it's dropped to 67. There is a story to that, but let's not go into the politics of it. Basaka or I think a Chinese airline based in Cambodia that flies all the way to Macau. Never seen that review. Or some of the airlines like Lao Air or even Lion Air. Now, there was a disaster not so long ago because they're flying on the 737 MAX, but they could do Lion Air in Thailand or in Indonesia, and there's thousands, it seems like, flights to choose from. Another idea I came up with actually not so long ago, and I don't have any pictures for this. If you remember the TV series Top Gear with Richard Hammond, Jeremy Clarkson and Captain Slow, James May his name is, and they always had these races from Monte Carlo to London or Monte Carlo to whatever, and one of them or two of them would be on public transport and the other one would be in a car. Wouldn't it be great if you did the same kind of thing? That, for example, Paul Lucas could team up with Simple Aviation, and Paul could actually take the train, as he's also a train fanatic, from, let's say, Nice, and it's the first one to arrive in the Ritz Hotel in London, and the other one takes the aeroplane. Which one is going to be the fastest? Example. That would be kind of interesting and more fun to do. I do wish you a happy new year. That's it from me, and I hope 2020 is a really good one, and I hope the aviation reviewers, the flight reviewers, do step up their game, because at the moment, to be very honest with you, it's just the same. There's no exciting thing happening. So, like a lot of things that you have to do in life in order to be successful, and you all are successful, you all make money out of it. I understand how you get the money from it through like GoFundMe pages like Patreon, and I worked out if you had 100,000 subscribers, like what's his name, Noel Phillips, I think his name is, actually recently got round about Christmas time, and 10% of those people paid you $3 per month. You can easily do it. I've worked that out. But I wish that you would start, these guys, all of them, and would start to reinvent themselves, and not just the standard, this is the aeroplane, this is the configuration, this is the food. More exciting, and expand your demographics from the middle age to younger to the middle age, and possibly then you could work out how you would do the older generation. Airlines that could be good for people from 50 to 70, which really look after them. You are respected in the airline industry, and with that, I think that's another thing that you consider. But I think the first step at the moment is for you, yes, continue making your videos for the 30 to 50-year-olds of what they want to see, but I'd also expand it to the backpacker generation, people who could afford to take the plane journey on a short haul instead of taking the bus, for example. Comparing the prices, going through the websites of how to get them, etc., etc. More airport reviews in detail, how to get to the airports, the cheapest way. Like yourself is a backpacker. I know people like Josh would be very good at it. Dan, maybe, but he seems to be the luxury travel market. Simple Aviation would. You've got to lose a little bit of your pride and say, no, I don't go economy, no, I'm not going to do that. You've got to reinvent before you're going to lose your customers. And that's what I suggest. I'm actually considering myself to do more flight reviews, but I'm a person who doesn't travel very often, and it's either usually to Hong Kong, Tokyo, or Bangkok. Near enough, so it's not a lot that I could do. But if I got the sponsorship for it and people were willing to pay, or the airline, then I would do a truly honest review, and I would go down to every single detail, and I'd review the airport in every single detail. And while I'm on the plane, when I'm allowed to stand, I'll be making sure I have every detail. And that's what the flight reviewers should be doing. Instead of having a nap for 6 hours on a 10-hour journey, they should be around the whole airplane as much as possible. Just my point of view. Have a happy new year. Hope it's great for you. Don't get too drunk on the celebrations. This is my last video on the review of the flight reviewers for 2019, but I will be back in 2020, and let's see how the flight reviewers go with reinventing themselves and coming up with a bigger demographic for their viewers, especially me. It'd be very interesting to see. Be good to each other. I talk too much again. Ramble, ramble, ramble. If anyone's here at 10 minutes, congratulations. Happy New Year. I'm out of here. Boom!